Yeah, I was it is Mujib again. In this video, we will talk about data type in Python programming language. Python programming language has data type built in by default, which are in these categories. In numeric type categories, we have int data type, float, as well as complex. In sequence category, we have list, tuple, and range. In sets category data type, we have sets and full sets data type. In binary, we have byte, bit array, memory free. In boolean type, we have bool, which is boolean, which is represented by bool. In mapping category, we have dict. In text category, we have string, which is represented by str. These are all categories of Python built-in data types. Now let's take a look at how each of these data type is used and a sample of each of them. In numeric category, the first data type we have here is integer, which is represented by int. Int or integer is a whole number. It can be positive or negative without decimal of unlimited length. Let's take for example. Let's declare three variables and assign integer number to them. My first variable, let me declare it as a and assign integer number. Let's use 8. Second variable, let's use 5. Third variable, let's use negative number for this one. Like this. This is how to declare variable in Python programming language, and this is how to assign value to them. We declare first variable as a and we assign value a to it, which is integer. Variable b, we assign value 5 to it, which is integer. Variable c, we assign value minus 88 to it, which is integer. Now let's print them out. Let's print what is inside variable a out now. The output is 8. Let's print b and c out also. Let me just duplicate them and change the variable name. Now let me rerun my code now. Yeah, I was on. The first one here is 8, while the second one is 5, while the last one is 8. Remember, our first value we assign to a is 8. That is why the a give us 8, while b give us 5 and c give us minus 88. This is very cool. We are done for integer data type. Let's take a look at what we have done since. Firstly, we create 3 variables and we assign value to them. We now print them out one by one. We said print a. This we print out 8 for us. The second one we print out 5 for us, while the last one we print out minus 88 for us. The remaining numeric data type category we have is float and complex. Float is a number. It can also be positive or negative, containing one or more decimal, while complex data type is used to write complex number with a j as imaginary part. Let's take for example of each of them. Let's declare 4 variables and assign 2 floats and 2 complex values to them. Yeah, what we just did here is that we created 4 variables and we assign value to them one by one. The first and second variable, which is a and b, we assign float value to them. Remember that float is data type that work with decimal number. The third and fourth variable, which is c and d, we assign complex value to them one by one. Let's print them out to see the output. Let me just duplicate them. I don't want to be write it multiple times and edit it. This will be c, right? This will be d. Let me run it and see the output. Yeah, the output, the first is 5.9, which is float. Float is decimal number. The second one is also a float, which is decimal number. The third one is complex number. Complex data type is used to assign complex number. The third one is complex, while the fourth one is also a complex. That is all about float data type and complex data type. Our next category type is sequence types, where we have list, tuple, and range. Let's talk about what exactly the first one, which is list, means and give example of it. List data type are used to store multiple items in a single variable and is also one of 4 built-in data types in Python programming language, and it's created using square brackets. Let's give one example of list data types. For example, let's create a list of cars. Yeah, done. What we just did here is that we created one variable and we assign 3 items into this one single variable. First item is BMW, the second item is Toyota, while the third item is base. All is in one single variable. Let's print this variable out to see the output. Yeah, the result is BMW, Toyota, Benz. This is all about list. We create one variable and we assign multiple items into it. List item also allow duplicate value. For example, let's duplicate the last item of the list. Let's print it out to see the output now. Yeah, the output is BMW, Toyota, Benz, and Best. List allow duplicate value. We can also determine how many items a list has with the use of length function. For example, let's determine how many items is in this list with the use of length function. The output is 4. Let's add another item to it. Let's rerun the program to see the output. The output is 5. That is how to check the length of item in a list. Now, before we move on to another data type, let's talk about Python built-in data types. Python programming language have 4 collection data type. As we explained earlier, that list is collection of items into single variable. But list is not only data type that can store multiple items with single variable. We also have tuple, set, and dictionary. These 4 data types have different properties. The first one we have here is list, which is a collection which allows duplicates, changeable, and it can be ordered. The second one, tuple, is a collection which allows duplicates, order, but unchangeable. Set is a collection which is on order or unchangeable and no duplicate. Dictionary is a collection which is on order, no duplicate, and changeable. Now, when we say data types allow order, that means the item have a defined order and we can call each item. When we say data type allow duplicate, that means we can have 2 or more same item in single variable. And when we say data type is changeable, it means we can change item after it has created. Let's give each example of this for better explanation. Now, let's use list data type to explain what order, duplicate, and changeable mean. Here, we created one variable with name my list and we assign 4 items to it. The first item is BMW, second is Toyota, third is Benz, while the fourth one is new car. But note in Python, index start from 0 means that BMW is index 0, Toyota is index 1, Benz is index 2, while new car is index 3. Now, let's order the first item of the list. The first item, which is BMW, is index 0. The output is BMW. Let's order the second item, which is index 1. The output is Toyota. That is all what order means in Python programming language. We have talked about what duplicate means in our first list example. The last one is changeable. If data type is changeable, it means we can change item after it has created. For example, let's use this one for example. We have already created a list which have 4 items. The first item is BMW, second is Toyota, third is Benz, and fourth is new car. And we want to change one item there. Let's change Toyota to Tesla. What we just did here is that we created a variable and we assign 4 items to it. The index 0 is BMW, index 1 is Toyota, index 2 is Benz, while index 3 is new car. Now my list index 1 is equal to Tesla. It will replace what's inside index 1 with Tesla. Let's print out to see the output. The output is BMW, Tesla, Benz and new car. The program replaced Toyota with Tesla. Now I hope you understand what other duplicate and changeable means. Now let's move to tuple data type. Yeah, the next is tuple data types. We also use tuple to store multiple items in a single variable and is one of 4 built-in data types. A tuple is a collection that is ordered and allows duplicate but unchangeable. Tuple are written with round bracket. Let's give one example for better understanding. Now for tuple example, let's create a tuple of fruit. Let's print it out with our variable name, which is fruits. Let me print it out to see the output. The output is orange, banana and apple. Note that tuple created using round bracket, list created using square bracket. You need to note that down. We can also order element of tuple like list. Tuple also allow duplicate but not changeable. That is all about tuple. Let's move to set data types. Yeah, cool. We have done with 2 out of 4 built-in data type we have in Python. The next one is set data type. Sets are used to store multiple items into a single variable, which is created using curly bracket, and it is unordered, unchangeable, and no duplicate. Let's give one example for better understanding. I will create a set of cars, for example. What I just did here is that I created a variable named cars and I assigned 3 items into it. Let me print it out to see the output. Yeah, the output is Benz, Tesla, and BMW. This is how we write set data type in Python programming language. Note that set item cannot be changed, it cannot be duplicated, and it cannot be ordered. Now let's move to the last built-in data type, which is dictionary, represented by dict. Our last built-in data type is dictionary, which is represented by dict. Dictionary data type has a set of keys and each key has a single associated value. It's also a collection which is unordered, no duplicate but changeable, and is writing with curly brackets. Let's give one example of dictionary data type. The best example is contact dictionary. Let's create one for example. Yeah, what we just did here is that we create a contact dictionary. The first item, which is Mujib, save his number. Second item, which is Mike, save his number. Third item, which is John, save his number. Let's print what Mujib store out to see the output. The program print out what Mujib store. Let's print out what Michael store or save. Let's change the program will print out what Michael saved. Let's print out what John saved too. The program print out what John saved. So guys, that is all about variables and data types in Python programming language. I hope you understand how variables and data types work in Python programming language now. If not, watch this video again and again. And don't forget to like this video and click subscribe button. Thanks. See you in the next video.